Good evening. Our news summary for this Tuesday, the 24th of June. A total of 179,510 visitors have entered the country since the beginning of the year until the 15th of June, representing an increase of 8% compared to the same period last year. The minister responsible for tourism, Sylvestre Radegonde, made this statement in the National Assembly this morning when answering a question from Portglo's MNA Egbert Aglaé on the number of tourists who have entered the country during the first quarter of the year. Minister Radegonde says that according to statistics from the central bank, the tourism industry has contributed a total of $445 million or 6.4 billion rupees towards the country's revenue during the first 5 months of this year. According to Minister Radegonde, this increase reflects the work that the Tourism Department has done to rebalance its marketing strategies, and also adds that the department has projected a total of 2% growth in tourism arrival for this whole year. Vice President Ahmed Afif has not stated whether or not the government has any intention of buying the 22% shares in Nouveau Bank, which are being sold by a foreign shareholder, Standard Chartered. Mr. Afif was responding to a private notice question from the leader of the opposition in the National Assembly, Sébastien Pillet, this morning. Mr. Pillet wanted to know if the government, as the majority shareholder, with 78% of the shares already, intends to buy the shares. He also wanted to know if the government has been informed about the central bank's position regarding the sales of the Nouveau Bank shares. VP Afif made it clear that he was not in a position to speak for the central bank, which is an independent institution. As for the buying of the shares, he said that government has already considered the option, but feels that it is preferable that they be held by a shareholder, which is either a well-established bank or a partner with a good corresponding banking status to facilitate transactions in foreign exchange. He also added that the government remains committed with the board of Nouveau Bank about any opportunity which will benefit the government as shareholder, the customers and the industry as a whole. Interpol members of African countries and other stakeholders have converged in Seychelles to discuss the growing threats of cybercrime. This was in the launching of the Serengeti Operation 2.0. The main objective of the operation is to foster collaboration among African countries and international partners to tackle cybercrime. Participating members hope to gain a concrete action plan with specific recommendations and timelines for implementation to combat cybercrime in Africa. The head of Interpol Africa Cybercrime Operations Desk, Aiza Mohammed, talks about this operation.
ABJOC project is an Africa cybercrime, Africa joint operation against cybercrime. It's a funded project by United Kingdom Foreign Commonwealth Development Office. For the past 4 years, under this initiative, we have Interpol have supported member countries in terms of enhancing their operational capabilities in order for them to be able to effectively respond to the threat of cybercrime in their respective countries. We have also, under this platform, coordinate different cybercrime operations within the region, and to see how this we can collectively suppress the threat of cybercrime in the region. So the project has tremendously supported the member countries in the fight against cybercrime.
Students from Independent School had the opportunity to interact with various organizations involved in the technology and environmental fields during an event called the Ecotech Fair. The aim was to expose secondary school students to real-world applications of these sectors and inspire interest in sustainable development and innovative technologies. The event, organized by the school, brought together companies like PUC, Cable and Wireless, Pilear Group, and the Seychelles Islands Foundation. All students were dressed to represent a small island state in line with the theme commemorating the 10th anniversary of the Small Island Developing States SIDS framework, which was celebrated last year. This is the third time Independent School organizes such a fair. Seychelles has bid farewell to Pirkka Tapiola, Finland's ambassador to Seychelles, who is concluding his mission this week. He met with President Wavell Ramkalawan for a farewell visit where they discussed key national challenges and future cooperation. Ambassador Tapiola is set to begin a new post abroad. Seychelles has thanked him for his dedicated service.
It has been a very good tenure. I've enjoyed very much the interaction I have had with Seychelles, which is actually the leading democracy in Africa. There are a lot of good things happening here. We're like-minded on the international agenda, and with the President we also had a very broad, open discussion on the current challenges. We discussed very much the domestic situation. I know that Seychelles is heading towards elections as well, and since when we do not have a development relationship as such, because Seychelles is a wealthy country, it is a first world country. So we've been fundamentally working on the EU, on the EU level, and we have been working through dialogue, through a lot of common understanding, and I still hope today and tomorrow to look at what kind of business opportunities we would still have so that I can leave certain ideas.
And with this, we come to the end of the news summary. Have a very pleasant evening.